Hey, sexy people, we say it constantly in ethical non-monogamy spaces. Communication is key. And it's true, but it's incomplete because the part nobody teaches is this. The most important part of communication is knowing when to shut up. Not forever, not about everything, but in the moment. At 2 a.m. when the emotion is running hot and the phone is in your hand and your partner is somewhere else, living their life, not knowing that you're spiraling. There are 3 components to human communication. Body language accounts for 55% of what we convey. Tone of voice accounts for 38%. And the actual words that we use, just 7%. Which means when you send an emotional text to your partner, you are sending 7% of the message and expecting them to receive 100% of it accurately. The other 93%, the tone, the facial expression, the energy behind the words, gets filled in by the person reading it. And they fill it in based on their mood, their own fears, the last conversation you had, every unresolved thing sitting between you two. You meant one thing, they read something completely different. And now you're in a conflict that didn't need to exist. Here's what actually happens. Something triggers you. Maybe you saw something. Maybe you thought something. Maybe your imagination filled in a gap that your partner doesn't even know exists. And instead of sitting with it, you start telling yourself the story. You run it once, then again, then again. You add details, you interpret motives. You decide what they meant, what they were thinking, what that says about how much they care about you. By the time you pick up the phone, you've had the argument 150 times in your head and lost every one of them. Again, your partner is out there living their life somewhere, eating an ice cream cone. They have no idea. And you send this text, now they're confused, defensive, or hurt. Not because of what actually happened, but because of the story you told yourself about what had happened. And now you're responding to their confusion as proof that you were right to be upset. The spiral becomes self-fulfilling. I want you to listen to me very, very clearly. Just because you have an emotion doesn't mean you have to act upon it right then and there. This is the discipline that nobody teaches. Emotional regulation isn't suppression, it's timing. It's the difference between feeling something and immediately weaponizing it, between having a reaction and choosing when and how to communicate it. The feeling is valid. The 2 a.m. text is not the vehicle for it. Put the phone down and back away slowly. Give it 20 minutes or until morning, better still. If the feeling is still there, when you're calm, when you're in front of your partner, when you can speak with your full voice and your full body and your full self, say it then. That version of the conversation has a chance. The 2 a.m. text version almost never does. And if you can't put the phone down, if the spiral is too loud and sitting with it alone feels impossible, you need somewhere to take it that isn't your partner's inbox at 2 a.m. That's exactly why I built the Ethical Non-Monogamy Coaching Companion app. Come process it with me first within the app. Figure out what you're actually feeling. Figure out what you actually need. Figure out what you actually want to say and how to say it in a way that opens a conversation instead of starting a war. It's private, confidential, nothing is stored or shared, available any hour and in 10 languages. The first 5 conversations are free at advisor.organiclovin.com. Because the goal isn't to stop communicating. The goal is to communicate in a way that actually works. And that starts with knowing when to shut up. I'm Taylor K. Sparks, your ethical non-monogamy coach, sex goddess, and founder of OrganicLovin.com with 17 years of lived ENM experience. And I help individuals, couples, and relationship pods navigate the real conversations, the jealousy, the boundaries, the transitions, the hard stuff nobody teaches you. So that you can build relationships that actually reflect who you are and what you want. Until next time, your love, your rules, and your freedom. Bye-bye.